June 10th, 1977. I remember the day as if it was yesterday. I was 17 years old, and it was the day that I would graduate from high school. High school graduation is a milestone in a young person's life, and it certainly was for me. I will never forget, though, the one overwhelming feeling that I had that day. It really wasn't so much a feeling as it was a question. Was that it? Am I finished learning? Is this all there is? As excited as I was for this day, and as proud as I was to get my diploma, I couldn't help but feel I was quitting right when I was just getting started. The last few years of high school found me finally in my learning group. I made the honor roll, I really enjoyed what I was learning, and I was looking forward to building on that knowledge. But here I was, cut off from my education and set off on my own. Now, I'm the youngest of 10 children. There were no plans for college. It was as much a matter of tradition as it was finances. No one in my family went to college. We were a family of skilled laborers and office assistants. Back then, we called them secretaries. I had my secretarial training and was ready to hit the job market. Well, I appeared ready, but I really wasn't ready at all because I really had too much learning to do. I soon found myself working as a bookkeeper. It was an occupation I enjoyed, yet I found my choice was limited. Life took me in another direction soon enough. I became a wife and mother, and I cherished that role immensely. As the years went by, that nagging little voice in my head kept asking me to go back to school. As the kids grew, I had fewer excuses. I would pore over college catalogs every semester and make a mental note of the classes that I wanted to take and the dates that they would start. But I put it off, one semester after another. Then my youngest child, Emily, enrolled in the charter school next to Paradise Valley Community College. She would be taking college courses right along with her high school classes. At this point, I was recently divorced and terrified of putting myself back into the job market. And really, I was completely out of excuses for not going back to school. If Emily was going to college, so was I. After all, I had to drive her there every day. So I gathered up all my courage and I enrolled in business and accounting classes. And I remember the day we introduced ourselves in Professor Patterson's general business class. I said, "I'm Julie. I'm 49 years old, and this is my first day of college ever." The whole class cheered. The encouragement and support I received from that moment on spread like wildfire. College has a way of helping you get to know yourself. A good college has ample resources and a dedicated staff that will not only support you, but guide you through this process. I soon learned that I had the ability and motivation to be a good student. The B's I earned in those first two classes would be my last. I also learned that being the oldest person in the class is not necessarily a bad thing. But mostly I learned that I did not want to become an accountant. So now what? Well, I turned to the counseling department and met with Donna Mosher. She helped me think about what I enjoyed doing rather than what I thought I was supposed to do. I took her advice and her class, Women in Transition. I also enrolled in what I thought was the antithesis of my inner accountant, Dr. Marianne Roccaforte's Career Exploration for the Creative Mind. This was so much more than a career class. Dr. Roccaforte drew us out, not just as students, but as individuals. She showed each of us that we had something unique to offer. We had the ability to hone that talent, and then we could put it to good use. I rekindled my love for writing and got acquainted with Dr. Lois Romadilli's creative writing program, which I enjoyed immensely. Then I finally settled where I believe I belonged from the beginning, in the journalism program under the skillful direction of Judy Galbraith. I'll never forget the moment I saw the first article I wrote published in the Puma Press. I was walking on air. Every academic accomplishment has spurred me to go on to the next level. Every little glitch I hit along the way was resolved with the help of fabulous professors, counselors, and tutors. The underlying support system at PVCC is designed, programmed, and executed for student success. The proof of this is revealed in these three little words. I do math. From this point on, my fellow graduates and I have the world at our feet. We can market ourselves. We can pursue the next level of education without fear. We can be who we choose to be. And that's really what college should do. College should boost your confidence. It should open your eyes to all kinds of possibilities you never dreamed were for you. It should stretch your limits, despite the fact that it gets a little bit uncomfortable, so you can grow. It's been said it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to raise a student. PVCC is one fantastic village. So to the 17-year-old girl who left high school unfulfilled on that June day so many years ago, I say this. May 10th, 2013, anything is possible.